Welcome back. It is 1658, and in the last one, Austin died. Yeah, Austin did die. Very sad. Anyway, Temperance was found innocent. Humphrey and Sella were banished. Enquet and Bernard started a little something something. Solomon and Josiah started a little something something. Chogan and Enquet are pairing up their kids, and Sarah Hobart has come here. Although I should probably add partner. Josiah. Add. Okay. Okay, this year. We don't have as much trauma this year as we did last year. Okay, Pullman Waldrick and Caleb Waldrick, no 13 or 19. That was kind of close. Jason Waldrick, no 3, 9, or 20. Muriel Larkin, more, what was it? At least a 9. There you go, Muriel. And then Constance Harry is passing away this year. For the townies, it is 1657. All right. Tobias Harper. Oh, wait. Tobias Harper is already, no. Susanna Harper is becoming an elder. How many more years will she live for? 20? Good for you, Susanna. Okay. Also, Husaka, Yazi, and... Okay, so the two Yazi parents. 5 and 18. And then, okay, we have a teenager, Uncas Yazi. What was it? No, 7 or 14. And then 2 toddlers, Thaddeus and Timothy Smith. No, 4, 8, or 17. I have to roll for everybody because, we have too many Sims. All right. That is it. Let's have a better year than last year. That's all I'm saying. And next year. Anyway, poor Jonathan. His wife and his child died. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, let's hop into the game. All right, so we're actually going to start with Delilah, who obviously is heartbroken over losing Austin last year and is been taking care of her sisters since Nathaniel moved out and has been kind of protecting them in a way from Nathaniel, though he's busy with his newborns right now. He's not focused on his sisters at the moment, but she still does miss Austin so much, so she is going to come and mourn at his grave, even though, nobody's here and it's the middle of the night. She still snuck out, and what does she see but his ghost? So his ghost has appeared by the grave, and she is just shocked because she's heard rumors of stuff like this happening, but she hasn't really, ever believed it. And so, of course, I can't go into this house. But she sees his ghost, and she's actually really excited by that, even though she's a little like, oh my gosh, it's a ghost, but also it's Austin. So she does want to talk to him a bit. She talks about, she asks him about his death, how he's feeling and everything, like how being a ghost is like. I'm just going to go back here because everybody else was interfering. But yeah, so they just kind of like stroll around, and they end up back at her house, and she's just asking him all these questions about his afterlife and stuff. And, he says that he regrets, dying so suddenly, and that he wasn't able to help his brother fulfill his dreams, and how he wasn't able to, get married to Delilah and have a life together. And Delilah, is so happy to hear him kind of say that he was planning on getting married to her. But, it's just a tragedy. It's just a tragedy because, a young life was cut short, and now they, can't have that life that they wanted to have together. And so, the dog just brought me a sock. I wonder where she got that. But yeah, so they're just focused on that, and, she said she wants to spend more time with him. She doesn't want him to go. She wants to, still be able to see him and everything, and, she just feels really strongly about that. And so she she just does. She just spends that time with his ghost, and it's probably not healthy, but he's glad to talk to her too, and the two of them are just spending this time together, being a little flirty, maybe doing some things that they initially wouldn't have been able to do. But yeah, I think it's very sad. It's tragic that their future was cut short together. So it's nice for them to spend this time together right now. And I just feel like Austin deserves so much more. He really did deserve so much more, and so I want to give him at least a little something for that. So also I want to talk about the other two sisters. So there's Hannah and Judith. So Hannah is the middle child and then Judith is the youngest. And Hannah is very interested in, finding her own husband and stuff, but she's not really one to take advice. And then Judith is a little more reserved, but she loves painting. She's gotten really into painting, and she's kind of hoping that she can become famous and like sell her paintings, and then not have to be sold off by her brother. And so she just is taking her hobby to the next level here, but she's really not good enough yet for that. So she's just enjoying her hobby. What is it? Her passion. Yes, that's what we should say. But yeah, so they're both even Austin seems to like her painting. But yeah, Judith is a painter. She enjoys painting. She enjoys spending time outdoors, painting nature and such, and she is an artistic sim. She actually does have the painting aspiration, and she's lovely. I like her, Judith. But yeah, so we're getting into painting with her, just starting to flesh out some of these younger sisters a little bit, get into their hobbies and their lives and what their futures could be. So all of that. And then we are going to head out in just a moment after this painting is done, because I do want her to finish the painting first before we head out. And so, yeah, Judith. And so we're going to head out, and we're actually going to head over to see Enquet. So Enquet, as you know, has been, in a relationship with Bernard, sort of, kind of, a little bit. And also she has been setting up an arranged marriage for her son and Chogun's daughter. So she's got her son and her, is it her niece or her little sister? I can't remember now what the thing said. But basically, she does see a future with Bernard, even though he wants to take things really slow, especially after everything that's happened in his life. And so he wants to take things really slow, but she does see a future with him. So she wants the kids to be introduced, to know each other. She wants to meet Phineas. She wants to have Bernard meet her kids. And so she brings Chenua out with her to meet with Phineas and Bernard. So they're all just going to kind of hang out. Bernard is hesitant about moving forward in this relationship because, first off, he never thought he'd actually, want to be with anyone besides Solomon. And second off, he just lost his son, and he just feels like he's just getting out there and he's not really sure what to do. But she's very forward and she knows what she wants, and so she's just making it happen. And actually, you just saw there, Chenua just got a crush on Phineas. So that is interesting. Chenua and Phineas were just chatting away, and all of a sudden, she's got a little crush on him. Maybe she's a lot like her aunt or sister. I can't remember which one. But, those Dubois boys, they get the ladies. So yeah, basically, Enquet, just wants to spend time together, families spending time together, even though, honestly, Chogun wouldn't like any of this, but that's besides the point. But she just wants to have them all spend time together because as far as she's concerned, one day they're all going to be family. So she wants that. And so meanwhile, Chenua and Phineas are chatting away, and Phineas is kind of a homebody, kind of keeps to himself, and so having someone kind of take an interest in his his hobbies and everything. He's talking to her about how he wanted to be a doctor, but he's not sure if that's going to be possible anymore. And she is just kind of telling him, like, well, there are lots of things you can do to help people, and there are lots of, professions that do help people that aren't doctor. You can still be a healer and all that stuff. And so he just really appreciates that she kind of took an interest in his interests. So that was nice. And then I'm just going to come home really quick. Also, I didn't realize, I thought that for some reason, like, just nothing was loading in this residential rental. But no, the house is empty because I guess Dakota took all the furniture when he left. So let's just get everybody in bed really quickly because I just want to speed through the night to get to tomorrow so that we can have Yona and Nita spend some time together. Yona realizes that it's kind of a weird situation, and so he wants to spend some time with her, getting to know her and stuff. And so what he thinks is fun is like going to the community center and playing chess. Now remember, Nita is an adventurous sim, so she does not find that as fun as he might find that. So he invites her out, and of course, she goes because she has to. And so they come and they're playing chess, and she's like, okay, like, it's fine. But she's an adventurous sim. She wants to go out and have adventures. She doesn't want to stay in and play board games, She wants to go off and do things. And so it's really tough for her because she is like kind of pressured by her family into making this work, despite the fact that she thinks that he's boring. And but he's really nice. Like at the same time, he is very nice. And she feels bad for finding him boring, but she's like, as soon as she can, she's like, all right, I'm out. Like, I did it. I came out. I talked to him for a while. I'm going to go ahead and leave. But he just stays around, and Muriel, of all people, comes to play chess with him, and she probably saw, and maybe Muriel will give him some advice, like, hey, if she wants to go do something exciting, you should, like, go see a waterfall, or, like, go into the forest, or go do something else. So she's trying to help him out, I guess, which is nice of her, actually. Maybe Muriel is turning a new leaf, or maybe not. She's probably just likes to get involved in other people's business. Meanwhile, we do have Philip and Abigail, whose daughter has just run away to America. So their daughter has run away to America, and basically they are going to come and yell at Priscilla. And of course we can't see anyone because we can never see anyone ever. Basically, they're accusing Priscilla of basically kidnapping their child and sending her away, but Priscilla is like, that's what she wanted. She had my permission. She had my help. I don't need your permission. Like, you're not even entitled. What are you going to do about it? Priscilla loves being able to kind of look down on these people who have previously looked down on her, and I love that for her. You deserve it, Priscilla, every single comeback. So Abigail is obviously furious, and Philip is furious because they were going to marry their daughter off to someone respectable, and now she's gone, and they don't really know how to get her back or have like necessarily the resources to get her to return against her will. So, they've come to complain to Priscilla and protest to Priscilla, but she does not care. She does not care. She's like, sucks to suck. That's a you problem. Sarah wanted to go, so I helped her go, and I don't care. So that's what's going on there. And the three of them are just kind of hashing it out and hashing out old problems and everything. And just really, getting back to the root of like why they all hate each other. And you know what? Priscilla knows that it was wrong to have an affair with Philip. She knows that. And she takes responsibility for that, but she doesn't need to allow herself to be treated poorly by anyone, especially now. She's a Marchioness. Absolutely not. So next, we are going to head back to our main household. I actually forgot to do something on my list today, which I feel kind of guilty about. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter video because I just missed something that I wrote down. But we can spend some time in our main household first, where, Phineas is obviously still struggling. He's struggling with the fact that now he has to take a lot of responsibilities around the house. He takes care of the chickens, he's refilling the feeders, he's taking care of the bees, he's harvesting the plants, and this is all to kind of get him ready to, inherit this house one day. Like, he didn't think he was going to do all that. He thought Austin was going to do all that. And, Bernard is sort of getting older, and it's just kind of like, he did not think that this would be his life. He thought he would be able to dedicate his time to studying, and that Austin was going to help him out, and that his future was bright. And, meanwhile, Bernard is trying to learn how to ride horses, maybe because he feels like that would make him closer to Austin. I'm not really sure. But yeah, Phineas is struggling with the fact that his future is going to be different from what he initially thought that it would be. And so it's something that he talks over a lot with his father, and they are actually making pretty good money right now, because I've been spending more time with them. But they're making pretty good money right now, but it's still not enough for him to kind of fund his dreams. And he's starting to think about what Chenoweth said, and like, maybe there is a future in which he can make it happen, make some things, maybe he doesn't get exactly what he dreamt of, but he could get something close. He could still help people. He could still, because he wanted to be a doctor because of, Margaret's legacy. Like, she died in childbirth, and that was awful. And, now his brother has died, and he has felt really helpless in the face of death, even though there's really nothing anyone could have done for either of those things. But, like, he feels really helpless due to all of this. And so he just wants to do something that is in the same vein of work, so that he can feel like he's helping people, he's saving lives, all that stuff, and keeping families from experiencing the same pain that he has experienced. So that is what is going on. And meanwhile, we're going to start birthday things. I know it's so early. Oh, I'm so mad at myself for forgetting this one thing, but we will do it next year. And you know what? You had a half-an-hour video yesterday, or two days ago. I don't know. Last video. So for birthdays, what we have is Paman Waldrick became a child, Caleb Hobart became a child, Jason Waldrick became a young adult, Constance Harry passed away. Oh man, Constance, it's been so long. Thaddeus Smith became a toddler. Timothy Smith became a toddler. Uncas Yazzie became a teenager. Nini Gret Waldrick was born and has become an infant. So that is Rebecca's second to last kid with Dakota. But they have one more role, but they do not have room in their household. So maybe they will be the ones, here they are right now, maybe they will be the ones who have the late in life baby instead of Janice. So that is the last child being born right now. So nobody is pregnant going into the next year, which is unusual for us. Although, let me see if I can find, where is my spreadsheet? Let's see what's going on next year. Phineas is becoming oh my gosh, Phineas is becoming a young adult next year. I can't even look. Philip, Abigail, Priscilla, Abraham, Dakota, Bernard, Jonathan, lots of birthdays next year. But once Phineas ages up, and then Silence Waldrick is aging up, I don't know if it looks like she didn't roll to have get married or have children. So I don't know if we're going to have a marriage anytime soon, but that's okay. Let me see what I have planned for next time. Yeah, I don't even think I'm going to have Phineas get married, because I'm just expecting Austin to be the one who is newly married right now. I wasn't expecting to be like, oh, Phineas is aging up and he should get married like this year. So I think we're going to have to wait a year or two for Phineas to build up a relationship and not just have to quickly get married. So that is what we're going to have to do there. So Phineas might, if he survives, right? Oh my gosh, what am I going to do if he doesn't survive? I'm going to have to go and see Sarah, which is fine, but I'd really like Phineas to survive, if that's okay with everybody. We'll see what we can do. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it's a little shorter, but I think that we had a good time after the devastation of last year. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.